Yeah, I'm Scott Rehmus.
I'm Wingfield Rehmus.
I'm Will Rehmus.
I was born in Atlanta. Scott was born in California. We met in North Carolina. And then in 2006, we moved to the Republic of Palau, one of the tiny little Pacific Island countries. We lived there 2 years, and then we were all set, ready to move back to California, and Scott got a job up here. So we came up in '08 and kind of haven't looked back.
I was on the philanthropy side of the Great Bear Rainforest, and so the Great Bear Rainforest was really about British Columbians who were struggling with, they were looking at a resource, old growth forests, and seeing it in very different ways. And so we got involved when I was at the Packard Foundation in enabling the First Nations and environmentalists and the timber industry and the government. We helped bring resources to create a dialogue and a science process to inform decision making. It's one example of where I really see hope in the midst of such conflict that we see, and to know that that we collectively, society, we can get from those places of such conflict to a different place.
We actually came here because of the Santa Claus parade. We went to see the Santa Claus parade, and they were handing out little flyers that said that they had babysitting available for parents who wanted to go Christmas shopping. And we read that and we said, this is a church that gets it. Like, they're offering babysitting, no service, nothing attached, just like if you have kids, Christmas shopping for your children is hard to do because they're with you all the time. And so that is what got us in to come to the first service to see what the church was like.
I mean, Jen's been fantastic. She's a children's minister, and our youth group is very open, and a lot of people bring in their friends. And there have been a couple of times where after a youth group, one of the people who came for the first time will say that they haven't stepped foot in a church for 5, 10, 15 years. For whatever reason, they have a bad relationship with organized religion or Christianity specifically, and they come here and they feel welcome. And it just makes me really happy that I can be part of a community that can be that for people. I have a lot of friends here that are all a bunch of different ages, and we have a lot of fun together, but we also talk about important issues that are going on around us.
It is absolutely one of the reasons why we adore this community, because this is a community of people who really care. And it has been remarkable to have 3 children, and for all these years, is that this church has been continued to draw us in different ways and engage us. As we change as people, it always found a way to reach out and connect with us, and we were able to connect with this community and this sanctuary.
Sunday mornings for me here were just a place to be, right? And spend that time just letting the music roll over me and taking a breath and knowing that the kids were somewhere safe and things were going well for them and I could pause. And how important that space was for me and the music in that space. And some nights that they had youth group and I would be just waiting to pick them up or whatever, I could sneak in. I don't play well, but I play a little bit of piano. And to be able to sit in here and play the piano in this space when it's empty is quite magical.
We had one of our day aparts as a congregation, and we were in a big circle, and we went around and people shared what their faith tradition was growing up. And out of the, 50, 60 people, I think we counted 34 different faith traditions. And it just, for me, it just sort of like, whoa, it just hit me over the head about this being such a place that says, hey, look, if you want to come and search and figure this out together, this is a place to come.